Alright, episode 8 of Volume 2 is it's quite a bit of episode, I must say. It's setting up another story arc, and a lot happens. First things first, first order of business. Bit redundant, much redundant. First order of business, what happened last night with Cinder and her break-in. The General, Oz, and Melinda are, they're just discussing, is like, what does this mean? What should we do? The General's like, look, we have to do something. We can't just let this go unnoticed. And then Ruby comes in because she was there. She's brought in for questioning. And she just basically says everything. It's like, hey, I didn't know. Look, she didn't say anything. Her fighting style incorporates, like, dust into her clothing, and whatnot. But she also either lies or gives them like some insider information that she probably came from some hideout, probably in the Southwest. Why she said this, I don't know. Because the possibility is that she's working with or for the White Fang, and that because Blake is a member of the White Fang, so there's that insider information, that's for sure. So there's that happening. But it seems there's going to be a bit of a field trip of sorts happening soon, but in a bit of a different sense. Ruby returns back to her friends, and she's feeling a little down. Everyone kind of wants to know what's going on, what the big plan is. The General's like, it sort of cuts back between then and the three, Oz, Melinda, and the General. General's like, look, we should just send a huge amount of troops there. Melinda's like, no, that's a bad idea. It's like, we can't just keep doing this. And then Oz makes a good suggestion saying that, like, when you march your troops into a war, do you bring in the big guns first, or do you bring the flag bearer, or do you send in the scouts? I don't know. Some sort of foreshadowing, I guess. Anyways, okay, this episode also has the cutest thing I've ever seen. Yang and Ruby's dad sent them a little gift, care package of sorts. What was in it? A dog! The most adorable little dog I've ever seen. Oh, there's my little doggy. Their little dog named Zwei. Z-W-E-I, I think. Zwei? I don't know. Zwei. He's just the most adorable little doggy. I don't know how he sent him, though. He was in basically what looks like a Pringles container. And he just came, like, flying out, just sort of squirmed around, and then, boop, out came the dog. And then he folded out from that, along with, like, 50 cans of food and a can opener and a note. And it's just the most adorable little doggy ever. He looks like a little, like a weird breed between, like, a husky and like a wiener dog, almost. Like one of those tube dogs or something. You look so cute. You look so cute. Though it's quite clear that Blake isn't really much of a dog person. But then again, cat ears. So wait, let's see. Cat. I can't do it. Then again, she has cat ears, so obviously some cat-like reflex. So she doesn't like dogs, which would explain why she was also very much attracted to that laser pointer that Yang used on her a few episodes ago. And they had to look up because their dad's out of town for a few days, so they had to look after the dog. But they're also going to be gone for a week, so it's kind of like, what did they do? It's not really said what's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure Ruby stuck Zwei in her backpack, hence what we see later. Anyways, all the first-year students are rounded up from, like, all 4 kingdoms. And it's nice seeing all the students in a big room, seeing how they all different look. I think Vacchio, I don't know, that's what they're called. They don't wear uniforms. I think it's the one Sun is from. And this is just a slight little thing that's bugging me. Because this was after the whole, big dance and whatnot. So are all the character relationships still going? I don't know. Like, are Pierre and Jean a thing? I got 2 messages saying it's Jean, not John. Okay. Are Pierre and Jean a thing? Are Sun and Blake still a thing? I don't know. Are Pierre and Neptune still a thing? Wise and Neptune still a thing? I love that reaction Wise gives to Zwei. She's like, is this dog gonna be living with us forever? I think she incorporated a different accent there when she said, going to live with us forever. Though Blake clearly wants nothing to do with why. I have a feeling he'll become important. Anyways, Oz comes out and says that, hey, yeah, we're going to send a bunch of you first-year students off with a hunter or huntress, and we're going to go on missions and whatnot. So, pretty cool. A lot of stuff's happening and whatnot. Anyways, Team RWBY wants to go to Quadrant 5, which is in the southeast or is the southwest? The thing where potentially the White Fang are. And of course they can't go because they're first-year students, and it's like, but then Oz bends the rules. Clearly he's on to them that someone has insider information, which could lead to what happens with Blake, maybe, because she used to be a member of the White Fang. That's definitely going to come out eventually, and it's going to be crazy when that comes out. So then they go off to meet their hunter, and who it is? Oh, that's quite a laugh. But anyways, we cut back to that other faunus, Velvet, the sort of the British chick with the rabbit ears, and I never noticed this, actually. Why is that some of the faunuses that have different types of ears, aka Blake and this chick Velvet, they have those ears, and then they have the regular ears? Did they just hear from both sets of ears? I don't know. Anyways, apparently they're Team Coffee, they're part of. Apparently they were gone for, like, longer than they should have been. See where this goes. They were gone longer than they should have been. Anyways, they go and meet their hunter, and it's that weird coffee addict guy who's going to be their hunter or whatever, and it's just, oh god, really? They're just like, I think it's Yang's reaction. He's just like, whoa! Or Wise's reaction. That's funny. Or Blake's. All their reactions are funny. I think I learned that he's played by Joel Heyman, who's also Caboose. I don't know. So it's a nice episode. It's sort of a lot more like setup, but it's the start of something new. And from what I understand, this only goes to there's only 12 episodes this volume, so not much left, I guess. So yeah, it's definitely just setup. But I guess I was looking for a lot more this everything that happened, all the character relationships and whatnot. I kind of wanted to see how that if that sort of carries over. It probably will carry over. Also noticing when they showed the Beacon group, it was just Team Juniper and Team RWBY that weren't in uniform. Everyone else was in uniform. Just like, the most inconsistent uniforms ever. Also, I forgot to mention this. They got their new outfits, but they only ever use them for 2 episodes. I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Also to note, I forgot to mention this. I like how in the credits now they're using fan art. People can submit fan art and they show it during the credits. I think that's really neat, actually. Incorporating the fans into it, actually, even if it's just one per episode. But still enjoyable nonetheless, this episode, even if it was just a lot of setup. But the things Oz is letting Team RWBY get away with, I think, is a bit much at times. We also don't know what happens with Mercury, Emerald, and Cinder, who are still there. Odds are that they're probably in some team. Mercury, Emerald, Cinder. Team Mech, maybe? I don't know. Or Chem? I don't know. Or Sam? I don't know. But odds are there probably is some Hunter or Huntress. But nonetheless, enjoyable episode, and I'm looking forward to see where it goes. A friend of mine was saying that the finale will really take me for a loop, so here's hoping. Alright, see you later.